Alrighty. Welcome to LOL Midwest. Last game, I believe, of Group B here in LOL Midwest for this week. We have the 1-0 Small Brain No Mechanics versus the 0-1 Load the Kennens. It does look like Small Brain is on red side this game, Load the Kennens is on blue side. This is Caster Pugsley here, and welcome. Thank you for joining us at LOL Midwest on this nice Sunday afternoon. We're just kicking off this draft real quick. I did have the privilege of casting Load the Kennens last week, and their mid laner Rurika is absolutely mechanically gifted. Very strong player. Really interested in seeing him play again. Very close series, and their week 1 loss to Backdoor Bandits. They were up about 7 or 8k in that game, 3, and lost. So, very interested to see how they bounce back here in this week 2 against a team that's 1-0. So, pressure is on the line. You definitely don't want to start the year 0-2, and we'll see how they're able to bounce back. Just getting me added back to the lobby here real quick, but I'm very much hoping that we have a 3-game series here today. Alrighty, it looks like draft is kicking off right now. First ban is an Azir from the side of Load the Kennens, so seems to be a ban directed at Hairwick, who is the mid laner for Small Brain No Mechanics. Once again, thank you for joining us. Hopefully we have a good, clean series here. See the Amumu band coming out on the side of Small Brain. Amumu's just solid in many formats. A lot of CC. If you rush Leandries, he can do some damage. So not a bad team fighting band there. Load the Kennens have banned Azir and Gragas so far, so and then the Nocturne on 3. They do ban Silas, Small Brain No Mechanics on 2, and that is directed at Rurika, and as I mentioned previously, Rurika is the mid laner for Load the Kennens, who performed very well last week, despite coming up short there. And then Thresh ban as the last ban for Small Brain No Mechanics. So we'll see who Load the Kennens, picking on blue side here. First pick, what they're going to take here. They do take Sejuani. Fun fact about Sejuani, not sure if everybody's aware of this, but Sejuani has the coolest skin in the game. Poro Rider Sejuani riding around on a Poro. Very, you know, skin diff, as they say. Very much so. So, very much hoping for a Poro Rider coming out of this game. We'll be heavily disappointed. I think that's probably going to be what determines who wins this game, to be honest with you. No, in all honesty, Sejuani, great first pick. Super versatile. Can fit in so many different team comps. The amount of CC is outrageous. Can really build around her very, very well. We do see an Ahri and a Vi pick, so nice mid-jungle duo there. They are going to blind pick that Ahri. So Load the Kennens will get full counter on that mid. Vi is a good against Sejuani, and that early Vi has good damage and can really bully around a Scuttle. May be able to, especially if Ahri can get some pry on what she's against who she's laning against. Maybe rotate on a Scuttle fight. Really rotate for that Vi. That's a nice mid-jungle duo there. We do see Milio picked up, so a lot of utility already on the side of Load the Kennens. A Milio Sejuani. That is pure enchantment combined with pure CC. That's going to be disgusting in any type of team fight scenario or 3v3 or anything. Just... And then they take the Yone, so that's what Rarika decides he wants to play into the Ahri. I personally don't have the best analysis for how that matchup should go, but anybody playing Yone at a high level, very much like Yasuo, like you have so much creative agency on that champion that a lot of times you can just skill diff it if you're extremely knowledgeable on the little things on champions with agency like that. Irelia, you know, all those champs. So that's what he decides he wants to play into an Ahri. I like it. And then we do see Mbessa coming out for Small Brain No Mechanics. A bit of a flex Mbessa. I have seen Mbessa played mid. Most likely going top. But we'll see. So his quick second round of bans. Load the Kennens opted to ban Ashe and Maokai. So looking to ban out Maokai. Is a really good champion that can match a Sejuani just in team fights in terms of the CC it can provide, those types of things. Nice ban there, and then they just opted to ban the Ashe. And then on the side of Small Brain No Mechanics, they banned Poppy, Renekton, and then on 4 they just picked the Kai'Sa. So I'm very interested in seeing what they're going to pick on 5 here. They're picking support on 5, it looks like. It'll be interesting to see what they pick there. So it looks like Load the Kennens opting for a fairly heavy dive comp. We have a Camille, Yone, Sejuani, Milio. Sejuani... in any type of dive situation, very strong dive champ, just can CC, absorb a lot of damage. She can Q out of there, you know, out of range quickly from a turret if she needs to. And then Milio obviously with being an enchanter, and then just Yone, Camille. They picked Sivir as well, so I really do like the team fight. Really low on AP though. I mean, you do have Sejuani, Milio, but all of your laners or ADs on the side of Load the Kennens, so potential draft a way they can build around that as a team. They take Braum on 5, Small Brain No Mechanics. Nice solid there. He can build all AD in late game. Let's see if they can kill a Braum. So far I really do like just the synergy, or at least I think Load the Kennens team comp has a very clear way of how they want this game to go. Sejuani, Milio in team fights is just gross, and then it's just like Yone, Camille, if they're comfortable on the champ and can play it well, they should be able to like find the angles, get the follow-ups off of presumably the Sejuani engages, and then obviously Sever just in the back line, just DPS as much as she can. On the side of Small Brain, no mechanics. I think the Vi's probably gonna want to get Ari ahead, I would think, to get mid push and be able to um, maybe like snowball some dragons, a couple dragons if they can get some prio on the map, using the power of that Vi to affect lanes if needed. And then Mbessa as well, just being just being a champ that not a lot of people really know how to play around at times is just an advantage in general. So just getting back into the draft here in the client. I will log out of League because I cannot be added in-game right now. So I'll leave the draft up on the screen. This is game 1 and a best of 3 for week 2. And a game that could be pivotal for both teams' seasons. Starting 2-0 would be a wonderful start for any team, and then starting 0-2 obviously would be a very disappointing start for a team that was up 7,000 gold in game 3 of their week 1 matchup.
Hey, so go to play, and then you'll see like a little tournament thing in the top right corner. Click on that. Like, there's a little trophy.
Thank you. Thank you.
and then you can control V and then go back.
It says it's invalid.
Well, in that case, it might just be screwed. You might just have to. He was already not in the lobby because he got kicked.
yeah, yeah, it says error joining. If you guys just start the
Yeah,
draft and I can just spectate it from client,
yeah,
that should be fine.
that's fine.
Cool. All right. Good luck, guys. Yeah. Yeah, of course.
I like
Ha-
how we went about that when he jumps in.
yeah. Oh yeah. Don't. How do I get out of this fucking channel? Can someone just kick me? Why won't it let me?
Me too.
There we go. Okie dokie. So, we're just gonna let them do draft and then we'll join spectator afterwards. I'll leave the draft up so everyone can see it from here. I've kind of given my analysis. At this point, prefer to load the kennens comp. We'll see. Small brain, no mechanics can take the agency in their champs and Vi affect the lanes. Get some good prio, snowball a game. Bessem maybe get some 1v1 kills. Kaisa scaling, Ari scaling. Play for a dragon soul. Win the fights from a snowball. Okie dokie. I will take a minute or two here while the game loads in, and then we'll get it started. Game one of this best of three. Okay, so just trying to get into the game right now. It's for some reason not letting me spectate from client. Okie dokie, so we're just getting into the game right now. We got a 13-second delay. Alright, hopefully we got a good best of 3 today. First things, we do see, as expected in any competitive play, Yone taking TP, matching the Ari there. Both teams have 2 TPs, but we do see Mbessa there not take the flash, taking the Ignite TP. So we do see Small Brain No Mechanics start on the top up here. They are... looks like they're going to catch this Camille out. She's definitely going to have to flash. They flash towards her. That is Kaisa flash. She actually only took the Ignite TP. So Mbessa matches the Camille on the Ignite TP there. A little bit of skirmishing here early, but both teams gonna walk out. Kaisa and burns her flash. Braum burns the Ignite, so 2 critical summoner spells in the bot lane are no longer there for the side of Small Brain No Mechanic. So here we do have some aggressive play from the Sivir, since they know that they're 2 sums down. Getting some nice poke trades in. Sejuani started her Wolves, it looks like, Wolves into Gromp. So interesting start there. She took Wolves Gromp into presumably the blue, and she does start the blue. We do see Vi start Raptors up to red, up to their Krugs, so they're both going to be in this top side area, right at the top side of it, after the first 3 camps. Looks like Zima's getting a little bit better of the trades here in the mid lane. Yone has already popped one of his pots. Ari still has both her pots, and she's has the level advantage right now. Equal CSing in the mid lane. Do you see a little bit of skirmishing up here? No flash on the Mbessa. Is she able to get out? Do see the flash coming from the Sejuani. Secures that kill. Vi does come in. Has not flashed yet. Does flash in. Secures the kill. Might be able to get a double kill here for the Sejuani or the Vi. They're both going to walk out here. And that's going to be it for there. First blood going over to the Sejuani. Vi coming in, picking up the revenge kill, so to speak. Zima's going in hard, hits the charm onto Rurika here in the mid lane. Sidesteps the second half of that Q, pops his pot. This Ahri's very healthy relative to this Yone, so right now it's a 200 gold lead for the side of Load the Kennens. One way to make up for that is a nice Ahri play right here. So Sejuani decided to buy a Sheen and then come back. She starts on her Raptors. Braum does come in here trying to get some wards. Gonna invade here with the Vi, see if they can steal it. Sejuani does pop the smite there to secure the big Raptor. So some fighting going on in the mid lane again. Both champs don't have their pots, although Ahri is healing up. She is a little bit low on the mana, though, so Yone matching the CS fairly well, especially after this wave. So despite getting poked a little bit, he's doing what he needs to do to stay in this lane, not giving up a kill yet, just kind of playing for 6 before he can make a big play. Do you see Camille got her top pushed in? Is going to come from the backside. Got P-Dog here. What's he going to do? Hops onto the Zima. Zima does have flash. She has no mana. She does not have to burn flash. Yone does come in. But the good thing is he's going to be able to push this in. Might be able to hit 6 before she's able to come back. Right now it is dead even really across the map. It is a 100 gold lead. Now it's an even gold lead, so very close early game here. 5 minutes into the game. In this game 1, Load the Kennens versus Small Brain, No Mechanics. Little bit of a small trade here. Mbessa does have the level advantage. They both have Ignite up. Looks like they're going to try to play around this Scuttle spawn. Coming up here, they might try to look to dive this. A decent way for Mbessa to push in here. Vi in the area, but Sejuani is here to match. Vi is level 5, though. Sejuani does hit 5 off of that. They do go in. The Ignite does kill the Mbessa there, but Vi's right there to pick up the kill. That is 2 kills for this Vi. It's starting to look a little scary now. She does have a 100 bounty on her. Once she cashes this in, it'll be looking good. It does look like Milio's the heavy roaming this game. He's hanging around in this topside river. Gonna try to maybe get some a play for these Krugs here. Unlikely though, as Vi is gonna walk down towards the grubs. She does have the scuttle vision advantage. She pops the fruit, heals up, and I expect her to start these. Nope, she does go straight to the mid lane. Gonna try to fight this 2v3. Ahri misses her charm. Here comes Yone ult. Ahri flashes out. Braum flashes, still dies. Ahri has no mana here, though. Yone's very low. Let's see if Mbessa is able to clean it up. Another fight going on. Does not have 6 Vi while trying to do the grub solo. Sejuani and Camille come in and get that shutdown off of that Vi onto the Camille. Another death across the map right now. Looks like Kaisa was able to kill the Cipher there. I don't know if there's an assist, if that was a solo kill, what exactly went on there. But a lot going on the map. 900 gold lead for the side of Load the Kennens. 4-3 kill lead right now. Did get 2 grubs for the side of the Kennens. Small Brain, No Mechanics. Vi sacrificed her life for 1 grub. Gave up the bounty, and she gave up the other 2 grubs. So little interesting. Nice little lead. We do see Sejuani does have a bounty now, so let's see how she's able to play around these objectives, be a big old tank absorbing a lot of stuff. Has a very nice start for Sejuani. Let's see if she can just be a big old sponge from this point out. I'm disappointed that the Sejuani did not pick Poro Rider Sejuani. Best skin in the game. Don't know if I can, if I see a way for them to win from this point on. Skin diff. Unfortunately. They are pinging this lane. Sivir might just hard push this in. Sejuani is down here. They don't know Sejuani's here. Maybe try to bait something. I like this. Here comes Sejuani. Does miss it. She does ult the Kai'Sa there. Forces the flash out. Here comes the barrier. Nobody dies. Kai'Sa extremely low, though. Maybe Sivir might be able to push this in and hit a Q before she's able to complete the back. She is able to. They're going to look to turn this to Dragon. Here's Milio onto the Vi. Does get the vision there for the Vi. They start the Dragon. Vi's probably just going to have to walk this one out unless Ahri moves right now. And it does look like they are going to concede the Dragon right here. Yep. So it is going to be first dragon to the side of Load the Kennens. It is a Chem Dragon, and that makes the second dragon coming up on the map a Ocean Drake. So that is the next dragon. A big fight going up in the top lane. Camille was burning from the Ignite, but not quite. Both players popped Ignite there. Both players are at 100, 200 health. So both have TP, so Camille deciding to go in, feels confident, and does secure the kill there. Knew the angle, was able to pull off the combo before getting bursted there from the Mbessa. So well played. Gonna clear this wave, maybe get to a freeze going before she backs and then TP's back in. Well played. She may not even have to TP. Mbessa chooses not to TP right now. She is coming up the lane, so opting to save the TP there could be a key decision that could affect the game. And once again, Camille does blow the TP there, so now TP advantage on Mbessa on this top lane. 1500 gold lead for the side of Load the Kennens. They have a Drake, 2 grubs to 1. Thank you for joining LOL Midwest this Sunday afternoon. Braum barely missing the Q there. Not quite able to stop the back on the side of the Yone. We do have grub spawning in 15 seconds here. Yone TP coming in. They're going to try to make a play around these grubs. Here we go. Braum does have both sums up. Is able to blast Kona out. Sejuani feeling really aggressive there. Just really forcing them off of there. Willing to blow everything and wait for her cooldowns. It looks like this is not looking good for the Camille, though. She did step up, but she's able to swing it out of there. So they are able to get 2 grubs, giving them 4. If they get 3, that would give them 5 total. Not able to get all 6, but, you know, a 5 is always acceptable, plus Dragon. Let's see if Sejuani can get a little angle on here. Sejuani does have ult. There goes the Camille, hitting the stun, popping the ult, hitting the Sejuani ult. Very well played. 2k gold lead for the side of Load the Kennens now. Okay. Nice. So, you're unable to hit a combo here. Pops the ult. Chunks Ahri about half health. He's also half health, but nothing more out of that. Braum and Vi in this top side river. If Camille, she does opt to back, so. Haven't been paying much attention to this bot lane this game. Does look pretty even. There's been a lot of roaming from both supports, so just soaking up the solo XP. Sivir is able to get nearly 3 plates, though, onto this Kai'Sa. Kai'Sa has a slight CS lead and a kill, so Kai'Sa also has the static Shiv completed. Well, Sivir does not have a completed item at this point. Okay, so Yone get charmed here. There's no way he's really going to get out of this. He might be able to get a kill, but he does not. Um, Pretty zealous there, but it does pull Mbessa away. As she, Camille's going to look to get this plate right before plates give up. She's going to be a little greedy. She does have those 5 grubs. She just take a second plate. She's going for another one, and she does walk out. She is level 10 on here. If she can get another auto or two, she has 20 seconds to try to get another plate, which at this point, team has 2,500 gold lead, so that's very big. Dragon is spawning in 34 seconds here on this bot side, so don't think Camille's going to be able to get to that turret and get an auto or two off, and she is just going to look to maybe get some vision on this Herald. As Mbessa just get a nice ward there. So right now, 4 kills on the Camille. The Camille really is where the lead is. That's not entirely true, but it is very true when she has over half the kills of the team. So let's see how she can play this out. Not have any bad deaths, and then essentially lose her momentum and lead. Small Brain and Mechanics pretty easily able to take that second dragon, that Ocean Drake. It is going to leave us with a Infernal Soul. So Infernal Drake is the soul of the game. We do have a 2v2 back in the bot lane. Sejuani in the area. Rusty Crow here looking for the gank. They don't see him. Here he comes. He does have that ult up. Who's he going to target? He does get a nice CC. That right now they're focusing the Braum. They got the Braum. They secure it. He still does have that Sejuani ult, so if they are able to make the dive here, that Kaisa might just have to back on off with the 5 grubs. That is 100% a turret. As Vi does start the Herald, TP coming in, even with Ahri and Mbessa here, they aren't going to be able to take it down before kennens can arrive. Yone deciding to engage right onto the Ahri, misses his second Q, and they just catch him on his return to his soul there. Right now, mid laner down for the side of load the kennens. Let's see if Mechanics can make a move. So right now, just the Herald. We do see the kennens start it. Also, this Camille, extremely aggressive, does have the Infinity Edge, or not the Infinity Edge, the Trinity Force completed. Also at the T-Mat, doing some nice damage there. Looks like Sejuani and the Kennen should be able to secure this. They do. Vi did have completed smite there. Sejuani did not. So if Vi did want to suicide for it, if she had noticed that, but fight up in the top lane. Sejuani ult does come out. We do see the flash coming from the Vi, but doesn't continue engaging from there. Looks like the Kennens are going to continue pushing this in. They do have the Herald. They do have the Grubs. Very low here on the Mbessa Braum. And it looks like the Kennens are just going to back off, not push this further. They are pinging towards that mid lane, though. So 4k gold lead for the side of the Kennens. No other objectives up on the map. Dragon's not up for another 210. Yone pushing in this bot lane, just trying to get some split push, XP mid game. You know, really try to snowball, get a big lead here. And Mbessa coming in. And Mbessa does have the Eclipse. She's not quite 2 item yet, though. Kennens drop the Herald in the mid lane. Isn't quite able to get the turret, but with the grubs, they are able to secure it with the Sivir there. 3v3 here. Vi going in on the Milio. Looks like they are going to be able to just crack him down. He flashes. Doesn't matter. He is dead. It's still a minute 40 till Dragon, so unfortunate Milio had to burn the flash there. Could be big. Could affect his ability to get deeper wards. He can't be nearly as aggressive around the next objective for the next 5 minutes. So, see how valuable not having that flash is. Definitely going to affect their ability to get vision. Yeah, pretty even CS all around the map, though. Every lane within 10 CS at most. I mean, even support 13 diff. But yeah, pretty well played, despite a 4K gold lead. I mean, when you think about it, they are 2 towers down, so with the gold lead, it is standing gold. As Camille does go in on this Ahri there, Ahri used all of her ult. TP coming in from Ambessa. Ahri hits the charm. Let's see if Camille's able to swing her way out of this. All this Ambessa dashes might be able to catch. Probably not, though, and she doesn't. Vi on the top side, so looks like the Kennens are going to be able to get good vision around this dragon because Vi was topside just now. So you see all these wards here. Even if the mechanics know, it's still the advantage of the Kennens having the vision, even if they know about it. So here, let's see what's going to happen in this fight. As a solo kill happens, Rurika killing Zima, that's going to 100% essentially secure the dragon, as we do see them, the mechanics ping for the Baron. They are pinging for this Baron. They're probably going to go on this Camille, try to get this shutdown here. Let's see what's going on. Vi in the area. Vi going in. Vi blowing the ult. Here we go. Able to blast, and here comes in Kai'Sa just to secure it. Kai'Sa's going to ping for the turret here. They do have the one grub. It does help slightly. They aren't going to be able to make a play for Baron, though. As Yone gets the lane pushed, he's going to get a nice TP coming in. Let's see if he's able to chase him down. They did just get that Infernal Drake. One Infernal Drake is helpful. That's a 5K gold lead as Rusty Crow and the Kennens just start this Baron. Fight is in the area, but they have bot pushed in. They have mid pushed in. This is tough. They are able to get vision on the Vi. She always has a way into the pit. That's the good thing about Vi, is it's a very easy entrance. So here we go. It's a burger flip. Let's see who can get it. And the Vi does get it. So the mechanics are able to take it. But at what cost? Rurika going in. Yone trying to chase down the Ahri. Ahri able to escape. So it is Baron for Vi. I think that is a win for the small brain mechanics as they try to make their way back into this game. Taking that gold lead down to now it's about 3.5K. No objective up on the map. So this next dragon is going to be really important. Let's see if they can stop that soul point for the side of Load the Kennens. Remember, last week in Game 3, oh, here we go. Ambessa going in, dive in. She has all that shielding, though. Braum coming in. We see another TP. They are able to hit the charm. Kai'Sa gets the kill down onto the Sejuani. Double kill onto the Sivir with the Baron here. Let's see what they're able to make of this. This is a huge comeback in play here. That one grub does help with the Baron. They are able to get that mid-tier 1. They are going to try to chase down this Milio. He has so much shielding, but Kai'Sa does so much damage right now, too. What an interesting game. Remember last week in that Game 3, Load the Kennens blew a 7K gold lead in a Game 3 that put them at 0-1 for the season. So blowing this would feel very, very bad. And they were just up 5K. Holy cow. back the Baron. Yeah, that's what I was talking about when I was saying Vi has an entrance to the Baron. Like, it to me, if I have a lead in a game, I'm never forcing Baron against a Vi unless she's dead. They knew she was there. They dove back trying to kill her. They didn't. I would have backed off at that point if I'm even pushing it that far at that point with a Vi around. Vi is just like, I'm not burger flipping it. Her entrance, her ability to come in at literally any angle is ridiculous. Baron steal objectives, especially when you're on red side, is just like, that's a no for me, dog. If the sides were flipped, maybe, you can think about it. At least it feels a bit safer, but at the end of the day, Vi and her angles, no, I'm not about it. So let me get the scoreboard back up. There we go. So at this point, Mbessa has 3 kills now, has a bounty for herself. Kaisa also got 3 kills there. She's on 2 items with the Shiv and the Ginsus, as we do see the Engage coming in, but they are so tanky with all these shields and healing on the side of the mechanics now. Kennens blowing a lot, but not able to get any kills there. Vi did have to blow her flash, so once again, no objectives. Mbessa still with the Baron. Baron only for 15 more seconds, though, so let's see if she takes advantage of that back while she has it. Or if she's just going to maybe try to make a play on this mid lane. Alrighty, guys. Very interesting. We do have next dragon up in 45 seconds. It is the soul point dragon for the side of the kennens. TP coming in from the Mbessa here. They are going all in. Kaisa and Ari are walking forward into this. They get down the Sejuani. Mbessa able to burst. They lock down this Camille too. So much CC starting with the Ari charm. They are walking in. Yone be able to hit a absolutely astounding Yone ult with the Rurika that gives Sivir the ability to clean it up. Yone saving the game there for the Kennens. If he does not make that play, I don't think they turn that fight, and I don't think they get this dragon. That was not looking good after the Sejuani was down, but Yone able to hit the absolutely ridiculous ult, even be getting all he can get before he dies there. Once again allowing Sivir to clean up. Wonderful healing and shielding coming out of the Milio, really big in the fight. You really see the difference there of not having the Enchanter versus the additional tank from the front line from the side of the Braum. So really, really wonderful play there from Rurika. Baron is up in 50 seconds. Let's see if Kennens learn their lesson. If they're not gonna start at Baron before while Vi's up, unless it's like Vi's the only person up, or it's like 2 on the map versus 5. Then it's a bit easier to justify. But it wasn't like that the last time. Vi coming in here, able to ult the Camille. Follow up CC from the Ari. Camille ult coming out, but let's see if they're able to hit the CCs to keep this damage going onto the Camille. Stopwatch coming out from the Ari, and Kaisa coming in, blowing it up. 3k gold lead for the Kennens, but 5v4 on the map for the mechanics as Baron is about to spawn in 15. Okie dokie. Interesting game. 27 minutes in. This is what LOL Midwest is about, boys and girls. And other folks as well. So what I'm really looking for here is this Milio has been having really, really strong impact. As he is getting caught out here, I think he's just going to be dead. I don't know if he can get out. Able to find the blast cone, able to walk out. There isn't another blast cone on that side, but they aren't able to get him. Dismilia's had, I think, big impact in a lot of these team fights that are going small brain mechanics, no mechanics way. And so, the longer this game goes, the more impact he's going to have as Vi just goes all in here. Able to get Demilio down first, which is huge because that is totally going to nerf load the Kennens. They're trying to burn down Rarika, but Rarika is just 1v9ing this. Is this going to be a pentakill? Well, Sivir with the quadra kill there. Not quite the penta, but that's huge. Ace, a 3 or a 2 for 5 there, plus Baron. Well, the Kennens are going to take that trade every single day and twice on Sunday. And ladies and gentlemen, it is Sunday. So, yeah, that, especially being on Soul Point, up 7k gold, despite, I mean, they had a 5k gold lead, and that got cut to 1,000 not too long ago. But this is a much stronger lead at this point. Rarika is a menace at 3 items now, pushing in that top lane with that Baron buff. Sivir also at 3.5 items. She was able to get that last Whisper. Not quite an LDR yet, but she is on her way at as Yone 3 levels up, trying to abuse this Vi in the jungle. Here comes Braum, but able to chunk Vi out to about 40% health. She is able to secure the global red buff for the side of the mechanics. Alright, let's see what's gonna go here. Here's Vi going all in on the Milio once again. Flash is coming out all over the place. Kaisa able to burst and get the damage she needed to secure the kill onto the Milio. Or Ambessa got the Milio. Kaisa got the kill onto the Sivir. As it is a 2 for nothing for the side of the mechanics, continually making this game harder and harder for the Kennens to close out and win. Yone is around the map, using this Baron buff, getting that solo tier 2 gold. Or not quite solo, but that tier 2 gold. Still a 6k gold lead for the side of the mechanics. Or I guess no mechanics. Can't be a mechanic if you don't have mechanics. You know? Why do they call it? I guess, yeah, that's what they call mechanic. You gotta have mechanics, you know? Here we go. Let's see what they, these guys, if the mechanics are able to secure this, stop this soul for the side of the Kennens, but Smite comes out. Vi able to secure it for the side of the mechanics. They're targeting the Sejuani, not quite able to get all the gold damage they need there. Sejuani ult whiffs, no kills, Dragon to the side of the no brains, small brains. So this game is just back and forth wild, just a slugfest. I couldn't tell you what's going to happen from this point forward. Alright, so no objectives up on the map for quite some time. What I'm looking at is we're reaching the point where, like, Sivir's 4 item, Yone's 4 item, Ari is still only 2 item, and Kaisa is not quite 4 item. So, it's moments like this when you have these leads for the Kennens that they have not been able to push them further, and something goes wrong, and the mechanics are able to win a fight and keep this game from getting out of hand. They haven't been able to push it out of to the point where it's out of hand for the small brains yet. So let's see if they're able to continue doing this and just extending this game out. And this is once again not a problem we haven't seen from the Kennens this year in that week 1 game 3, blowing a 7k gold lead. In a game I'm just still shocked they lost. Although their opponent is very, very strong. Their opponent won their week 2 match as well, so the team that they lost to game 3 to is 2-0 now. Not much going on the map. Imbessa level 17, Camille 16. Let's see if maybe she can hit 18 first. Yoni is level 18. No one else is even close besides that Imbessa. So let's see if the Yoni is this Rurika, who has been just a menace despite having 5 kills. Just these damage charts have to be absolutely bonkers. Come from the side of this Yoni. So far, the MVP of the game for me in terms of when it looked like they were completely through this game, that play near their red buff, absolute Chad save from the Yone there. Camille looking to maybe make a flank here onto this Kaisa and Braum. She does decide to go in, pops the ult, targeting the Braum here, but not able to get the kill. Sivir coming in, getting the damage, some damage onto the Vi, but not quite. Big Q coming onto the Vi, puts her at about 15% health. No kills though, but they're able to continue to harass these lanes, get lane prio as this Baron is now spawning. So awesome game 1. I'm just happy all you are here to see it. 6k gold lead, but at this point, what are gold leads? The only thing that matters is Yone and what he can do. The mechanics are really going in on this Sejuani. They commit so much to her and do get the kill, but Rurika coming in might have gotten caught, able to Q out. Rurika flashes in, able to secure the kill onto the Kaisa, but it looks like they're able to secure it, but actually Rurika is still alive after all the healing, the redemption coming out from the Milio, and the damage output from this Sivir was able to take some of the pressure off of him as Sivir secures the kill onto the Ahri there. That's probably game in. That's a 4-for-1. Vi's the only one on the map. And that's how game 1's most likely going to end. They have this 5 grubs. They have this Yone that's cannot be stopped. Or maybe double inhib and then double objective. I guess that could be if they really want to be cautious. And it does look like they are going to back off here. Maybe look to Baron into Dragon. Or maybe Soul. Maybe they want to secure the Soul. We'll see what they choose to do here. It does look like Vi is beelining to this Dragon, though. And the Kennens are pinging the Baron. They're not prioritizing this Soul they could be having and leaving Soul Point. They're just giving up this Soul Point. But they are going to get a great consolation prize in this Baron with 2 inhibs down. But interesting that they opted to not fight at the Dragon there and then take the Baron. They don't even risk fighting. Say we don't need the Soul. You can have the Dragon. We just want the Baron with the super minions and we'll be good. Do you see these assist pings coming out from the side of the Who's assist pinging? I can't tell, but someone, presumably the Camille is assist pinging to push bot. Yone getting caught out here by the Vi. 5v4 in the map now. That could be a costly mistake. Despite having the Baron buff, now a 5v4, now there's some kind of advantage going for the small brain no mechanics. So these mistakes that come through that just give you a chance, it's still an uphill battle to climb, and very unlikely that they don't lose this game. But not having Yone here is huge. Yone with the Baron buff with 2 lanes push with super minions is game over. You're up 10k. No Yone leaves these games open. But other than that, great play by Rurika. Just unfortunate. Rurika with the MVP fight by the red buff. Just absolutely bonkers. He is spawned. Doesn't quite have the TP. Camille and Rurika TP up very soon. Getting this bot lane pushed in. Should I get triple inhib any second? They still have the Baron buff for another 50 seconds. Should be no problem securing this triple inhib as they look to end this game here. Rurika coming in. TP technically now up. Probably just gonna walk right down the mid lane as they have these super minions. Sejuani's starting to engage, starting to harass. Ults up across the board for here. Big Yone ult under the turret. Some stopwatches coming out from the Ahri. Does not matter. Damage coming out from Sivir. Able to secure. Still diving. Doesn't matter. Healing coming out. Redemption. The Sivir damage onto the turrets. Doesn't matter. GG. Really interesting game one. As they are able to secure it. Up 5k, they cut it down to 1k, but that Yone fight by the red buff, that Rurika completely turned that fight, that gave them the soul point dragon there. If he doesn't make that play, I don't know if they were starting to really throw from there. That's what got them their lead back. That's what got them back into the game. MVP play there when it was not looking good. And they were able to finish the game out from that point forward. But really great game one. Hopefully we have just as exciting of a game two here, guys. Let's get back to here as we wait for the new draft link. I'm curious to see how the mechanics adapt there. They had a pretty big deficit that just got larger and larger throughout the game. But in terms of execution, mid to late game, they were making plays that kept them in the game. So what do they take that they liked from that game and modify what they didn't like? I'm curious to see. I did really like the Mbessa, especially mid-game, was able to get some really key plays a couple times onto the Yone there that was able to just keep the game going. The Vi with the Baron steal, very nice angle entrance. Was able to absorb the damage that came in when she was behind the pit and still make the play. It's good things to take away there for the mechanics. We'll see how they adjust. So just looking at these damage charts right here, we see the 65,000 damage from the Sivir. So that's absolutely bonkers. Just wanted to point that out. The amount of damage output that Sivir was doing, especially when she hit 2 items, was outrageous. Had the quadra kill there. Uh, Cleaned up the fight that I keep talking about, the Yone with the engage there. He had the engage. She was able to clean up from it. So just really, really great team play. Let me become a spectator. There we go. I'm just very excited for this game too. We do see a side swap. It does appear to be the case. Let me change the series score. Let me get all this updated on screen, guys. There we go. Okay, let's get that. Okie dokie, we are just waiting for them to get this lobby completed, get a draft started, and we are on our way to game number 2. So yep, it does appear that the mechanics are on blue side this game. Let's see how that changes their draft, what they prio. Maybe they want to first pick something like this Edgewani if it's open. Um, let's see. I wonder if the Sivir. I mean, the Sivir had was outrageous that game. I wonder if maybe they ban something like the Sivir. They did ban Ashe the first game, I believe, I believe they were the team that banned Ashe. Oh, I don't want that one. That's the wrong draft link. Oops. Alright, so looks like we are ready to get into draft. Alright, so we are right back in draft in this game number 2. First ban from the mechanics. See that Yone. So, right when they were turning the game, winning these fights, Yone came in and disrupted it. Now they're saying no more. So, probably was also the way he played in lane contributed probably to that ban as well. He's despite Ari doing this damage and making him low, he was able to sustain the lane and get to where he needed to get without giving up really anything. So great. So far, 3 mid laners banned. Yone Ari on the side of the mechanics, and then the kennens have banned Azir. So this mid pool dwindling. Another Nocturne ban from the kennens, so something they don't want to see today. Always a menace when you don't have vision, especially his first ult. So 3 mid lane bans on the side of the mechanics. So to Rurika, they're saying you're who we're wanting to limit or put you to in something that we want you to be in. We don't want you on these champs. The kennens left the Amumu up this game. Last game they banned it. This game, the mechanics take it right away. Game number 1. Or maybe the mechanics banned it last game. Regardless, it was banned last game. Mechanics pick it first pick this game. We'll see how that impacts the rest of the draft. So instead of the Sivir this game, it looks like they opt for the Ezreal, another extremely high scaling ADC with an absurd amount of agency. They play for the Thresh, so last time they played with the Braum, this game the Thresh. Really great roams from both supports, just high level support play around the map. Last game, something like a Thresh high utility with an Ezreal as well. So much escape power. Really interested to see how they're able to push that to the limit with some crazy Thresh lanterns, some crazy Ezreal outplays. Would be really cool. They're hovering this Aurora, and they do lock in the Aurora, so I believe I didn't cast last week's game for the small brain, but I've seen Aurora banned in other games this league, so it's something that is around here. We'll see how well they're able to play it today, as the kennens do pick Poppy on 3. Poppy jungle, Poppy top has the ability to potentially be a flex. It's I would expect it to be in the jungle, to be honest, but it could be the top lane. We'll see. Nautilus ban coming out for the kennens. So the mechanics have a lot of AP right now. Amumu, Aurora, even Kaisa, especially like Static Shiv and things. They banned the Galio, which I think is a really good ban. I'm not sure if Arika even plays Galio, but I like the ban. You have a high AP team. You don't want to leave up Galio, who absorbs so much. He can enter team fights, absorb everything, and just you'd lose because they out-sustain you. So much frontline. He can just CC you. Gives Ezreal the ability to just blast you. So I really like the the Galio ban, and they also banned the Syndra there. So 5 mid lane bans coming out from the mechanics. They're trying to stop Rurika at all costs. They do not want this guy to take over a fight like last game. Um, and when he hit level 18 and 4 item, it was just he did get caught there in the mid at the end, but for the most part, just strong play. Double support ban from the Kennens. They banned not Leona. They choose to blind pick the Malzahar here, and I don't mind that. They banned 5 mid laners, and so they're choosing to blind the mid, get counter with this Poppy up. They could pick jungle, they could pick top here for last pick. So I like the fact that they're doing that, and then they should feel good with something like a Malzahar. It's pretty safe, gives you some lane push, play for 6. Crazy lockdown on something like an Aurora. Um, if you can make sure you're safe from something like an Amumu, you should be able to lock stuff down. Looks like there might be an Amumu support as they're hovering the Skarner. That could also be an Aurora mid, a Skarner jungle, or Skarner support. I don't know what's going on here. I'm that could be Skarner support, Amumu support. One of them is jungle, one of them support. I couldn't tell you. Aurora's mid lane. I'm best at top. So wild draft here from the no mechanics. Um, a lot of champs that are just considered broken. Mbessa, Skarner, Aurora. Very new champs, relatively speaking, or really not even relatively, just genuinely speaking. As they take Renekton on 5 for the side of the Kennens there. So that is a Poppy jungle. So here we are. We're just getting into in-game draft. It's just going to play the draft we just saw. And then we will have to wait a minute or two to get into the game for this game 2. And I'm going to take a quick break. I will be back for when game starts. So we did just have, during the in-game draft, instead of picking Malzahar, they banned Malzahar. Got some back and forth going in chat. Gotta redo a little bit here. But what else would you expect? We're just a bunch of guys being dudes and dudes being guys and people being people. That's the LOL Midwest for you. Okie dokie. Alrighty. We're just making our way into this game 2. Thank you for being patient. Thank you for allowing me to take a break. I'm excited. I hope you all are too. I really like the Amumu first pick flex. I should have known better. That 100% can be a Amumu support. I just didn't. Uh, so 1-3-1 start for the side of the mechanics. Let me change the just a little bit. Okay. Okie dokie. Well, once again, thanks everybody for joining. This is LOL Midwest. If you want to join, Discord is in the link. Most of you here are probably part of the league. And we're happy to have you. It wouldn't be here without every single person who's a part of it and all their hard work. Or not hard work if they're inters, who knows. Some friendly fist bumping out as these mechanics try to oh, actually, I think I have the names wrong. I'm so sorry. There we go. Sorry about that, guys. So, in the beginning, we do see Skarner start on these Raptors. He's going to be pathing down, probably going to 3-camp. As Poppy starts, she starts on her Raptors as well, so both jungles starting, not on a buff, soloing their Raptor camp. Quite interesting. And I can fix the scoreboard too here when it's a non-eventful part of the game. I do want to capture some of this stuff in laning. I apologize for not having the names correctly adjusted on the screen. Nothing too much going on. Let's see if one of these mid laners can win a big trade and turn that into being able to have push for mid lane. I think that's going to be really, really important. Renekton having a nice crash here. He is level 3. Mbessa just about to hit 3 here. He's going to roam. Looks like he's going to look for a nice check to see if the blue buff's there. Does see that. Pretty aggressive here from the side of the mechanics, forcing their way into this Poppy as she's clearing her jungle. They are able to secure that that blue buff for the Skarner there, so it did pay off quite a little bit. So Mbessa does have a bit of a lead now. She has a nice crash coming. This Renekton's chunk. She does have Ignite, so let's see how she plays this. Just hits 4 as a kill across the map happens. Aurora is able to pick up first blood there onto the Poppy. There's going to be some nice gold for that mid lane there, as Rarika is able to pick up the kill onto the Kaisa there. Another kill going onto Aurora over here. I am so sorry that we're missing this action, guys, but a lot of action going up. 300 gold lead for the side of the mechanics. 2-1 here in this series, in this game. So Aurora is a little low on mana, so is Malzahar. Aurora does have 2 kills. Malzahar does have 1, so not the worst gap there, but may be able to see some sort of difference in the damage output once they are able to complete their backs and presumably TP back in here. Down in the bot lane, we see even CS. Kai'Sa does have a death, but for the most part, fairly even. Ezreal is a level up, but Amumu does have that XP from the Kai'Sa death. He was able to get a little bit more XP there. So, up in this top lane, still has the Ignite on this Mbessa. If she hits 6 before the Renekton, which I believe she might be able to here. As Poppy and Skarner find themselves in a little scuffle, Renekton rotating down, so is Aurora. We'll see what can happen here. Aurora coming in. Poppy and Renekton able just to walk out. Not too much else going on there. I think Mbessa will hit 6 if she can time this right. We do see a ping coming in. Renekton was able the one to hit 6 before the Aurora and able to pick it up. Looks like Skarner does go in, is able to get a nice angle onto the Malzahar, does get that 3rd kill onto Zima for the mechanic. So that is huge that all that gold is on the carry, something like the Aurora. Able to get a nice combo there onto the Poppy. Doesn't have much more mana to be able to follow that up with. But Skarner and Mbessa very aggressive, wanting to get these grubs. They are able to secure 1. Skarner does have at least 1 smite. Smite's the 2nd one, should be able to get the 3rd. Looks like they are pinging to go in on this Malzahar. We do have Mbessa here. There is no vision. We do have Skarner, can get some crazy angle. Malzahar knows something could be up and is deciding to play it a bit safe. Here comes Skarner. We do see Poppy. Amumu's also here. Amumu does not have ult, so he can't do it, but Malzahar ult comes out. Does not matter. Aurora able to pick up the kill there. Get her 4 kills, all 4 kills for the mechanics. They got all their eggs in one basket. No pun intended for the bunny champion. They got all their eggs in that basket. She is the Easter bunny, and they are investing in her. And we'll see if they're able to turn that into a win. On the side of the kennens, should be able to secure this first strike. That Infernal Drake is going to be very important. Something, especially on fights and engages and stuff earlier on something like a Poppy, that's going to be matter. Poppy already has, in my opinion, a little bit deceiving damage. Even when just building stuff like Ruby Crystals. Like, every once in a while, Poppy will catch me off guard, and I'll just be astounded at how much they can chunk me. And an Infernal Drake's going to help that. But Renekton able to 1v1 the Mbessa there. Opts to back. He could get another plate. He decides to stay. Mbessa does not have TP, so at least 1 plate. They don't have the grubs, so he is able to get out of there as Amumu does show up. So gets 2 plates and the kill. Even gold across the map. So the mechanics have the grubs. Kennens did get the Drake there. We do see Amumu pinging. So the spell shield does save Malzahar from being stunned there on the Q. Next objective coming up is next grubs in a minute 36. We do see that Ezreal was able to get 2 plates. Kai'Sa does have a 15 CS lead, but did just want to point that out, that plates around the map, the kennens have gotten 4 plates across the map, while the mechanics have gotten a whopping 0. So That is one way that they're able to be in this game. But engage going on in the bot lane. Mechanics are stepping up, trying to make plays here. It's burning out all the sums out of this Thresh and Ezreal, but they are able to survive it. Kennens has to come out from the Kaisa there as she gets caught in the Thresh queue as they are walking out, but should be able to get out of there safely, despite really going deep there, trying to make some type of play with this Aurora as big as she is. She did build that Malignance first, so that's going to be crazy damage. The Renekton is the only other champion in this game to have a completed item at this point, and so we'll see how she's able to affect the map from this point on. Poppy is here. Looks like they're going to bait a play here out of this Mbessa, and they do. Skarner is here. He does have ult. He does not have ult, actually, so they aren't able to. The Kennens are not able to take that top turret as grubs are spawning. Kennens are going to try to deny 6 grubs here as they immediately started it on the side of the Kennens. So we'll see how well this goes. It doesn't look like the mechanics are going to be able to get in there. They're just going to concede. And it's essentially an even game at this point. Small gold lead for the Kennens, about 400. Okay, so Mbessa does have Ignite. She is down a level. Yeah, well, she's down 2 levels at this point. Yeah, there's no way she can contest. That Renekton is starting to be a problem. He does have the Eclipse. Kill happening over here. That is the 5th kill. That is 6 stacks on her Darksteel for that Aurora. So she has every single kill for this team. 4 assists on the Skarner. So really, really helping out that Aurora there. Nice to see that. As Skarner is Ian in here. Gets his ult onto the Ezreal as we see Kaisa ult come out. They are putting everything. A lot of Mumu CC. They make sure they get that kill onto that Kaisa, which is nice to see that teammates are doing that. And yeah, that is gonna be a nice little setup there for the Dragon now. As Dragon spawns in 20, we see a Mumu going into the Thresh here in the jungle. Poppy in the area, but Mumu just getting ignited there. He's not going to be able to walk out. He's going to be dead. Malzahar is able to pop the ult there out on Azima. Zima isn't going to want to give up that bounty, so he's walking out playing very, very safe. Want to be able to keep those Darksteel stacks, be able to make sure he can cash in that gold he got, not give up the bounty. So that might be able to be Dragon secured for the Kennens. They do have a 1.3k gold lead at this point. Significant enough, especially with the mid push, for them to be able to have a lot of prio for this Dragon. Kaisa was kind of looking around, but they're like, we can't do anything there. They're just going to concede that. TP immediately coming from the Renekton. He was there bot to make sure they can get that Dragon, keep them stacking, get that second, getting the Hextech and the Infernal, which are great 2 dragons to have on things like Renekton, Ezreal. Aurora ulting this Malzahar. He's going to have to flash out of that ult. So Malzahar no flash. That's going to be huge. Fairly immobile champion can be limited. He's extremely well in what he can do, but can be limited, and not having flash is going to be a handicap there for him. Poppy ult coming out is able to ult the Kaisa out of there, but Aurora in the river walking down. You ult out the Kaisa, but the Aurora is just right there. Gonna have to flash out of their Thresh. Going in onto this Poppy. She is pretty tanky. Flashing in from the Skarner. His ult is back up, but he is not able to hit as the spell shield on the Malzahar is able to block that. In the top lane here, we have Renekton pushing in the Aurora, or the Mbessa 2 levels up. He's going to go in, get that WQ, does a lot of damage. Takes a couple tower shots, though, so Mbessa feeling a little better there. Able to heal up from some pots, hit a level. Now she's only 1 level down, so Yeah, Renekton's very, very big. Mbessa doesn't even have one completed item. Renekton is 40 CS, 45 CS up essentially, 2 kills. That Mbessa is going to have to find her way back into this game. Down here, we see Malzahar may have got himself caught. Another kill on Azima. That is an 8-stack Dark Seal. 550 bounty for that Aurora. 6 of their 7 kills. Looks like the Skarner here and the Amumu in the area just going to want to start this. But then they're going to engage onto the team here as Poppy and Thresh here. Nice Aurora ult coming out, able to do a ton of damage on the Poppy. Not quite able to kill her, but Thresh is caught in no man's land. He isn't going to be able to get out of there, even with all his CC. Actually, he might be able to. We'll see. Kai'Sa does a lot of damage. She's able to secure that kill. A lot of assists onto the team. It means a lot of gold elsewhere. But Renekton across the map is able to get a 1v1 kill onto that Ambassador. So that is the 3rd kill on the Renekton. 250 bounty. That is going to be a menace. This is the Renekton versus the Aurora show, as we are only a 1k gold lead for the kennens with 2 dragons. So let's see if Aurora or Renekton can be the one to who gives up their bounty first and affects the game. Also nice to see an 0-0-7 Skarner. That's a true Skarner, able to have that that Heart Steel already 69 stacks there, or 69 bonus health. Is that like 2 or 3 stacks? 3 stacks. So while not too much is going on, my screen's gonna go black here real quick. I'm just gonna fix this scoreboard for y'all. Make it look a little bit better. Cool. Well, we do see Zima get another kill onto the Thresh there. Sorry, there's bad luck with a lot of what I'm showing on the map this game. Here we do see a lot of fights going on, and Renekton is able to essentially bully anything right now as long as Aurora's not there. 2v2 here in the mid lane. We see the Skarner ult come out, but Malzahar is able to lock down that Kai'Sa there. Now it is a 2v1. The Skarner isn't going to be able to do enough damage to do anything there. Aurora also chasing down this Ezreal here, especially with Mbessa here. Getting that gold onto the Mbessa is going to feel really, really good, because that Mbessa, man, she also goes down to a tower shot. So at the end of the day, they're not too good, but at least she is able to get some gold on her. Dragon is spawning in a minute, so everybody who's dead will be spawned by then. We'll see where we're at. All that good stuff. This just the vision show who can get vision, maybe who can get chunked out if somebody were to make a big mistake, like a Renekton were to blow everything before this and get nothing for it. That could be one way. But he is level 13 at this point. He's the highest level in this game. This Aurora still is only level 12, so I like to think, really be cognizant of level differences. I think it's very important, especially in something like this Renekton, who's going to get his 2nd item. What's he get? He does opt for that cleaver. He's going to be here for this dragon. He is at 400 bounty on him. Aurora is going to TP in here, going to get this lane pushed. We do see Herald being dropped here on the side of the mechanics as a fight is breaking out. Nice Amumu ult hitting 4 here, but not a lot of damage to follow it up. Aurora has to flash in late, coming in, gets ulted out by the Poppy. Huge Poppy ult. This Mbessa doesn't have a lot of resources into her, able to get a 1v1 while she's in the mix there, but overall for the fight, 2 for 1 with the kennens coming out on top there. Should be able to get this 3rd dragon, their soul point. That is huge. Consolation prize for the mechanics. They are going to pick up that mid-tier 1, so that is going to be keeping the game in terms of like resources closer after giving up a soul point, but does not feel good. Do not want to be on that end of the trade there, but that is where they are at. Aurora almost 700 bounty, almost at she's 2 items, almost at 3. If she completes this Dark Seal and moves up to Meshai, which I would expect her next purchase to be, that Malignant with the Leandries is going to do lots of damage. Renekton does get that, start building that Hex Drinker here. does complete that Hex Drinker. And so he's going to be able to sustain a little bit more from this Aurora if they do find themselves in a duel. Baron is spawning in 2 seconds. So slight gold lead. Soul point for the kennens. They do also have 3 towers. So they are able to get some of these lanes pushed just to keep the pressure on the map. Nice Malzahar push. Malzahar is just going to be, at this point in the game, you know, Malzahar's just doing his thing, and then out of nowhere he's 4 item, and you're like, well, wow. That's what that guy does, I guess. And Bessa also trying to do the same thing. She is level 12, so she's quite behind relative to the rest of this game. So it's really a question of how quickly this Mbessa can get to a point where she can be more impactful. At this point, she's essentially, at best, a 1-for-1, unless she can really be part of a group that gets a pick and contributes in that way. But in terms of what she wants to be doing right now, she is not to that point, and it's how quickly, how can she get there. She is able to catch the Malzahar off guard. He does have to pop his ult. We'll see if she's able to complete it. He flashes out, but she does so much damage. That burn, he has that Leandries with that torch. He just kills him, which is really, really sad to see that. But on the other side of the map, they are able to match it, so it is a 1-for-1 across the map, so to speak, so not the end of the world. But Mbessa is just putting herself in a position where she's going to be more and more behind. She is over half her team's death. She is 6 of the 10 deaths. Here we go. Big Skarner ult, able to hit 2 of them. Let's see if they're able to get down this thresh. He looks like he should be able to walk out, but they are able to get that huge shutdown from that Renekton onto the Kai'Sa. That should be able to play into Baron. They have the damage and the sustain from the Aurora here with the double buff. Amumu just flies right onto that thing. They are going to burn it. Kai'Sa, Aurora. This should be, for this point in the game, 22 minutes in, a very quick Baron, but they opt to step off of it. Poppy is up. She could have a big ult and then come in. It is a safe move to not force that, especially when the other team is on soul point. If you mess that up, could be GG. Maybe you want a better angle there. The only person that's down is Renekton. Do have a lot of damage, though, with that Kai'Sa and that Aurora. But like I said, Renekton is the one who gave up his bounty first. This Aurora has not given up her bounty. It has been just this Renekton. So let's see how, especially with this gold deficit, this dragon deficit, how these mechanics can find their way back into this game. Or they are in this game, but getting to a more advantageous point. They are down those 2 turrets. Getting those 3 grubs they have, though, could be helpful if they can win a team fight and then get some push somewhere on the map. That can really, really help. 3 is a good number to have. And so they can do this. It's just if they're able to deny this soul, especially on this mountain soul, that is not something you want to be giving up this early in the game. That feels really, really bad. Even though Renekton gave up his bounty, Renekton on a mountain soul right now would be very, very gross, especially with a Poppy. Very tough to get through. Gives Ezreal the time he needs just to tear it up. And we saw those damage charts on the Sivir last game. Alright, we're here in the mid lane. Dragon is spawning in 25 seconds. And Bessa's in the area. Aurora is pushing top, but she does have TP up. So we'll see if how far she's able to push that. If they stall here. We do see the TP coming in from the Aurora as the Mumu goes in. Nice Poppy ult. Gets the Mbessa out of there. Ults all over the place. Skarner's able to hit to Aurora. Ult pops out. A lot of damage coming through from kennens. On to the mechanics. Mechanics are just trying to get out of there. Very tough. Huge shutdown for the Ezreal. Is able to kill that Aurora. Gets that 1,000 gold. And Bessa's here trying to clean up. At this point, it is a Kennen show. And Bessa isn't able to do much. That is a 5-for-1 plus Dragon Soul. This game is looking very much dire situation for the side of the mechanics at this point. It is, how do they get back into this game? And there aren't very many good answers to that question that don't involve many mistakes from the side of the Kennens. Baron is up. They have that sold. They have that 6K gold lead now. Over 6K gold lead. This is going to be really, really, really tough for the Kennens to throw. Last week when they blew a 7K gold lead, they didn't have Dragon Soul, or at least I don't believe they did. Having Dragon Soul is just different. The one thing that the mechanics have is an early Elder, and especially when you do have something crazy like crazy fed item-wise and gold-wise as this Aurora, they could find themselves getting a really nice pick or something before an Elder and maybe making a way back in. The early Elder is, I guess, a saving grace for the mechanics, because that could be an absolutely crazy way to snowball their way back in. This Aurora is here just trying to clean up this turret. She should be able to complete it. Here comes Skarner onto this Malzahar. Aurora ult comes out. Mumu comes in. Poppy ults the Amumu out. Able to get that Malzahar safely with that Thresh Lantern. In this bot lane, we do see the Renekton pushing in on the other side. He's saying, we have the Dragon Soul. We're ready to fight this. He's 2 levels up. I don't know what this Mbessa can do. Kai'Sa coming in. Mbessa can fight it with the Kai'Sa. Here comes Renekton. Able to take down the Kai'Sa there. Should be able to take down this Mbessa. Gets the double kill. Aurora's here, but it's too little, too late. That pushes the gold lead up to 7K. As on the other side of the map, they are starting this Baron. Skarner and Amumu in the area, but it is a suicide mission getting into there. You might be able to steal it. Skarner is just like Vi, can get in there very easily, but it is a one-way ticket. He doesn't have his E up at this point if they were to burn it. They do step off. Malzahar flashes in. Make sure that he can secure that ult onto the Aurora. Kill goes onto the Poppy. And Skarner is just on his way out of there. He is trying to escape as fast as he can. The Kennens here starting this Baron, completing this Baron fairly efficiently. Going to put it right onto this Renekton in the mid lane. He's up 4 levels with Baron now. Should just keep pushing. Isn't able to secure that chunk onto the mid turret there, but small win there for the mechanics. As Renekton is just trying to hit level 18 at this point as fast as he can. The fact that he's 17 at this point is extremely impressive. He has gapped this game as the Kennens are trying to even their record for the season at 1-1. It wouldn't be the worst thing for the world for the mechanics, as they would end up being 1-1 as well. So doesn't feel good after winning the first week, but you still have that one win to keep the good vibes up, the optimism going into week 3. Kennens here pushing, just pushing in. See Thresh flash in, trying to hit that Q onto the Mbessa from an angle. It does miss. This mid lane, we do see the mechanics pushing forward, able to get a big kill onto the Aurora. Gets the Malzahar. Let's see if they're able to turn this into more. Poppy does ult the Kai'Sa out, which does matter. Kai'Sa does a lot of damage. Aurora's here trying to kill this Poppy and this Thresh, but they are very tanky. Across the map, oh my goodness, we missed it. Mbessa able to take down the Renekton. That is unbelievable. And the Kennens, once again, are throwing their game hopes that they're not closing these games. That is absolutely bonkers that just happened. That is an ace, a 5-for-1 ace for the mechanics, and we might actually have hope for a game 3 here. That is just absolutely unacceptable. And they're going to be able to set up good vision going into this Elder. They are down 5k gold, so it's not like Elder was spawned when that happened. If Elder was up right now, that would be really dire situation for the Kennens, but that's not the case. Able to trade a 1-for-1 here. Or actually, nobody dies. They take down the Malzahar again. That is crazy. Now it really could be an Elder situation. This game, they're under 4k, and that's much more doable. Reminder that the Kennens still do have that Mountain Drake, so we'll see how. I'm surprised that the mechanics weren't able to get a little bit more vision on this side of the jungle here. A little disappointing to see, especially when did have quite a bit of priority there when they're pushing in that mid lane. It is what it is. Elders here, good, nice by the Thresh, being able to pop that blast cone. So the other team isn't able to use it. Skarner whiffs on his ult. We do see Mbessa going in here, just trying to take down the Ezreal, and she does just that. Chasing down the Thresh now, gets two. TP coming in for the Aurora, able to clean up. This is an absolute turn of events for this game. Here's Rurika on the Malzahar. He comes in, but he is getting chunked. He's down to about 10% health. Let's see if he can get an angle and do his damage and able to clean it up. He is able to secure 2 kills, able to get a kill there. That was looking very, very scary. That is a 2-for-5 going to the Kennens. Renekton TPing mid, 5 down. Death timers are at 30 seconds. This is definitely 2 inhibs, I think, into Elder. I think that's what this is going to end up being. I don't think the game ends here, but I am just so impressed with the mechanics, both games' ability to just stay alive and surprise me when I think the game is essentially over. And that's the 3rd game that I have seen the Kennens do this. 3rd consecutive game, if you include last week's. And so they get these big leads, but the amount of large gold deficits that they've just returned to their enemies is some type of stat. Lost gold lead. Even though they aren't like getting behind, their large gold leads turned into much smaller gold leads in all their games. Big Malzahar ult coming out on this Mbessa. They should be able to burn her down, but she is very chunky. Ult's coming out all over the place. A lot of damage. Huge Skarner ult in the Aurora ult, but they can't quite take down these Kennens. These Kennens have a lot of gold, do a lot of damage, have a lot of sustain. Big, valiant effort there for the mechanics, but it just wasn't enough. Couldn't really tear into that Dragon Soul. Not able to take any of them down. At that point, you kind of have to do that. You're down 10k gold for an Elder fight. Gotta show some signs of life. And, no guts, no glory. But, nice 2-0 from the Kennens. Wasn't the cleanest 2-0 at times, but they were able to secure the 2-0 nonetheless, and even up their season series to 1-1, which is always nice. So that will be it for this stream. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in to the LOL Midwest. Feel free to join the Discord if you are not already a part of it. Just look in the link for this page. And we'll see you later this week. There should be some matches, usually Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Many nights there are streams on this channel. Also check out the YouTube page, as many of the VODs that are streamed on YouTube show up there. We'll see you later here at LOL Midwest. GG.